We all heard this quote from Hamza, but how do you actually do that? You see, I was never really explained how to do the hard stuff when I don't feel like it. And basically, what I stumbled upon after a year of struggles is that it's a skill. It's just a habit and a matter of repetition. If you don't want any more details, you can close this video, it's the main topic. So how do you actually train it? Well, basically whole self-improvement stuff that you do is a huge pull for discipline. Because discipline also has its different levels of basically difficulty. From cleaning up your room, maybe even lower to making up your bed, up to going to the gym, or probably working on your business for 10 hours a day and making life-changing decisions like sacrificing your school just to work a few more hours on your purpose every single day. You see, I wasn't also explain a value of discipline. I always thought it was something else, and I wasted half a year of my life just because I had this ultra inflated ego of, yeah, I'll implement 10 habits that I know, that I failed previous cycle, but at this time I will do it. And of course, when you progressively overload for 100 more kilograms, you won't bench press this shit. It's just gonna crush you. And it was crushing me again and again, just repeating this cycle. A few days of motivation, a week of sticking, and then a month of YouTube addiction and doing all the bad habits in the world. And feeling horrible, miserable. Only in the summer I accepted my defeat as a man. That yeah, I failed to improve myself. I tried, I failed. I broke every promise I could possibly do. Let me start from the beginning. I started making my way up to like 30 seconds of cold showers, of cleaning my room, of going to the gym basically, I don't know, a few times a week, right? And even then, I started to slowly build this up. I wrote down the list of focuses, like picking just 5 habits or even less, like 3 for a month, and just practicing them, putting all my energy into them. Because you see, when your energy is spread thin, just with these small arrows of your energy on, I don't know, not playing video games, not fapping, going to the gym, eating clean, your arrows are just all shallow. But when you pick just 2-3 goals, I don't know, 2-3 habits, your lines are huge in each of them, and you make much more progress. Basically, what I wish I knew is that the whole difference, a lot of difference between people who make it and who don't, is that people who make it are consistent. And they are consistent because they do the hard stuff even when they don't feel like it. Because we'll have motivation moments, but they all fade away. I also wanna talk about this intelligent side and degenerate side. Because yeah, it's all great theory, but in practice, what I actually use to do the hard stuff. Well, I really love this from David Goggins. He was asked basically, how do you wake up every single day, even when you don't feel like it? And like, how do you have this solid discipline to stay on track and do all this hard shit that he does every single day? And he says, yeah, well, sometimes I wake up and I'm motivated to do it. But sometimes I feel like shit. I have this, I don't feel like it. I feel like a pussy, you know? And here I really described it disgustingly, and saying like this little pussy all the time in myself. And basically it's absolutely true for us that we have this little pussies in ourselves that are saying, nah, I don't want to do it. I don't want I don't feel like it. And it's not about some stupid ass excuses. It's always a greater way and a greater excuse. Your excuses and your level basically of intelligence, as you level up it, your excuses will also level up. The point is, here are commands that you record yourself. He basically tapes just voice recorder, and then he just says all the thoughts he has, like, I'm feeling bad today, my muscles are sore, I don't want to do it, I need to get in more sleep. And he listens to it. And that's a bad recording, that's a bad tape. And basically, we should do and implement the same. Just this morning, literally this morning, at 3 a.m., I would wake up and think, oh crap, I want to watch anime, a few episodes of like Vinland Saga, basically quite calm anime compared to all the other bullshit there. It's about some Vikings and philosophy of life, or why we live, like you have no enemies, all this stuff. I just caught myself on trying to plan anime in my schedule after a few hours of work, instead of learning, instead of researching some useful information. And I was like, no, wait. I have the simples that I don't need to do it. I don't need to snap back to this shit. And I remembered this David Goggins approach, and I brought up my journal and I started writing, hey there, I'm feeling. I'll basically just give me a sec. Let's see. Morning. It's 4:10 a.m. and I was about to plan some shit that would ruin my life. Anyway, it's so addictive that in just one episode I watched yesterday, I was like, oh yeah, now I gotta watch the whole anime. And when I was writing this, now I gotta watch the whole anime because it was so addictive. I wrote the next lines. Fuck that. Fuck that shit, bro. Immediately felt horrible and not like doing even the hard work, which is most important. Decided to journal instead of battling the desire in my head, because now the journal is just an intelligent part of me, because stupid part of me, the general stuff, won't journal. It's absolutely amazing, because when you think about it, when you resolve some conflict between your intelligent side and the general side, it's basically much better all the time to revert and to gain energy from not the debate, from not the arguing with yourself, like, oh, I gotta do with the work, but I wanna watch anime, oh, what should I do, what should I... Man, use a few techniques. I can basically suggest them. I'm just pretty sure I will discover much more, and that it's probably mostly comes down to simply your experience, your gaining experience, and how long basically you've been making these hard decisions. Because every time you do the hard work when you don't feel like it, it's like one rep in the gym, you become stronger. It also fatigues, but it's a bit of a different story. You see, I forgot the point, but I'll probably remember it if you give me just a few seconds. Yeah, basically going 2-on-1. These little techniques I wanted to reveal how I do it. From today's morning, I will basically write in my journal my thoughts when I feel bad, and I would reread them. And just this will make me feel miserable. Basically, what I wanted to say is that when you need some energy, you feel like you might lose, even if you think that you will win, you might still lose the battle and go snap into bad habits. It's quite happening sometimes. You need to get some energy in order for your intelligent part to take most of your brain basically intelligent, I mean that does good habits, that is interested in your purpose, in your goals. It's basically the very reason why you started self-improvement, and why you have some chance to become Adonis and not stain Jeffrey like most of the people. Basically, without any other fluff, I will try. The technique is 5-second rule for easier stuff, which is basically you count from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you act on a good impulse, because if you know it can impact your life greatly, you basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you go physically move your body. Your stupid side will just shut down, your intelligent side will take place, because you're in action, and now they don't argue, they just observe what you do. Basically, as a human, you take full control. But for more long-term decisions, so that strategy could be used like for me. Today, basically 5 hours ago, I was hopping into a cold shower, and I was like, man, I don't want to do this, I need to shower my head. So I'll get some warm water on my head, and then I will pump the cold water. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hop into the gym, timer for a minute and a half on, and the coldest water, full power. It was amazing. I felt great. But the second way, when you make more long-term decisions, such as I was doing with watching anime, because it would be literally a sacrifice of a few days, if not even a week. I would feel horrible, miserable, because there are like 10 episodes, 200 minutes, 3.5 hours, and I would probably put them in some really important task, because I basically don't really have unimportant task. And it all comes down to your choices. I could, like, after this video I'm gonna probably cook, because I'm in a bulk and stuff. And even this morning I was thinking like, oh yeah, when I cook I can watch, because you know I'm still cooking and I know what I should be doing while I'm cooking. I should be listening to books, to audiobooks, or to some podcast, to catch some great thought, maybe to catch none, but I know that anime is not a solution. What I used was basically the negative fueling technique. When you think of how miserable, how pathetic the behavior you want to indulge in, I'm talking like in the Hebrew, basically you think, for example, you want a fap, and you want to, now fap is more like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you forget about impulses and you do the hard work. Let's pick some anime, okay. You want to watch a series or an anime, just waste a few days or maybe a few hours to overcome that stimuli. You think of the substitute that you could be doing instead of it, how great it would be, how it would progress into your goals, and then you think about this trash activity that you want to do. Basically you think about how bad it is, how miserable you felt when you was doing it, how you will feel miserable. You can also, as I did, just revert to your goals, to your focuses, to your values. And what I would really love, what I would definitely gonna make video about, is basically so-called alchemy. I'm not sure if it's the original name, but it's basically a huge list where you put your goals, where you put your core values, and when you put your actions, and when you put your mentors. So basically most important stuff in your life, in your intelligent side, on one, like not one piece of paper, but you know, a stack of paper, maybe 4 or 5 papers. And you read this every single day. It's like taking, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. But then your intelligent side is fueled with energy. You get all this dopamine and all that kind of short-term motivation, but when you can start your day with this, I am sure it's powerful. It's great. And I just can feel it because I revert this morning to my core values. That I want to make this layer of financial independency as soon as possible. And the other stuff I won't reveal probably. But basically there are no other stuff. I don't know why I said such trivial stuff, but anyway. I hope it was helpful. I know it was fucking helpful. Thank you. Improve.